So we're going to try to solve this rational equation by cross multiplying. How come we can use cross multiplication? Yeah, the question is, how come we're allowed to use cross multiplication? Why does cross multiplication work? Because of the means extremes theorem, which says that A over B is equal to C if this is true. Whoops. If this is true, if and only if this is true, then what? And what's true? Yeah, exactly. AD is equal to BC, right? And we proved that. Said what? Only at a Catholic school, right? So if 1/2 is equal to, we agree that 1/2 is the same as 75 over 150. That's true, isn't it? 75 is half of 150, isn't it, Alex? So I'm just saying, why are we allowed to use cross multiplication? Because if we multiply here and here, we'd get 150 equals 150, wouldn't we? So that's what we're going to do here. So what does this actually look like when we break it down? Yeah, -3 times, right, times the quantity x minus 1. X minus 1 is equal to what? Right, this 4 times the quantity, good job, x plus 1. So isn't that true? Now what? This looks better, doesn't it? To me, this down here looks a lot better than this thing up here, doesn't it? It's just a little bit weird for me. And what are we going to do here? Going to distribute, and we'll get what here? -3x plus 3 is equal to. Now this is starting to look like algebra 1, isn't it? Just start solving, and what do you want to do? Subtract 4x? I know somebody's saying, no, I'm with you. I like to move them the other way, but it doesn't matter. I like to move all the variables to the left, but I also like the coefficient of the variable to be positive. So here, either way, I'm kind of messed up, so I'm going to go with your way. Would it work either way? Yeah, it would definitely work either way. It doesn't matter. Except you have to add the same number. Sorry. We'll edit that out. No one will ever know.
So it's only a multiplication, not a product.
Yeah, if you were multiplying these two, right? You get a positive. But if we're adding a negative and a negative, the sign stays the same, doesn't it? So we get -7x plus 3 is equal to 4. Now what? Yeah, add -3 to both sides. And we'll get -7x is equal to 1. Now what? Yeah, divide by -7, both sides. We get x is equal to -1 over. Hold on a second. Because I put the negative sign here was at the bottom here. I put the negative sign at the top. Is that a mistake?
Should it be in the middle?
That's a great question. Can we talk about this really quickly? Something we don't know what talks about it, but it's a really great thing to remember. Check this out for a second. Look at this for a second. Let's take A over B. A over B here, right? Just look at this for a second. Let A and B be numbers, yes? If I made this one negative at the top, Brittany, this would be a negative over a positive, which would be a what? Which would still be a negative, wouldn't it? And if I moved it and I said, you know what, let's have A be positive and B be negative, well, it's the worst B I've ever made. What, Quince? It's still a negative, isn't it? This is a B, not a 6, right? It's still a negative, isn't it? Or what if I did this? What if I put the negative sign out here? Because isn't it true that every time I talk about things, I call things, instead of opposite, I say add a -7 instead of subtract a 7. Isn't that what this looks like? Subtract AB. Opposite. This is read -A over B. This is read A over -B, and this is read the opposite of AB. Well, what's the opposite of a positive? Negative. Seriously, make a note to yourself, because what you're going to find out when you get to calculus is that for convenience sake, you're going to want to move this sign, Kamari, to where it suits you best, to where it helps you to work the best. And then at the end, Kamari, what you'll usually do is bring it out here.
So that's not negative 7?
So I guess that's the question, Quince. If I put the negative sign here, is this still negative 1/7? If I put the negative sign down here, is it still negative 1/7? Yes. If I put the negative sign here, which is where you usually find it, is that still negative 1/7? It's a really important point, isn't it? It's important because nobody talks about it, right? So when you see that, don't be confused. So make a little love note to yourself here. Aww, that's so cute. I'm editing this part out too. There's no way I'm gonna let anybody see this on YouTube where make a heart. Actually, this is not a heart at all. It's a mask. Eyeball here, and an eyeball over here. And here are the ears. A monkey? No, it is an elephant. Half elephant, half pig, I guess. All right. Do I ever what? Do I ever draw on my smartboard? No, this is for educational purposes only.